So yeah, I got into boxes, kind of just viewer, PBE, little shindig. Also, I pretty much went in knowing, I'm recording this, so I'm gonna play a little funky, a little risky. I'm gonna gamble just to get a video out of this, hopefully. Who knows? Who knows how many times I'll be able to get into a lobby with box and Rayditz, so might as well get wild, get funky, get weird. Since I got the jacks, um, at least in the lobbies I've been playing, nobody seems to want to play Ink Shadow, so figured why not put them all on my team plan and we'll see what happens along the way. I think Ink Shadow's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of versatility. One thing I will say now, knowing how I played this game, I did give it a quick watch through before I started recording this. I did kind of forget that I can put the Ink Shadow, like, items on anyone. So that is one thing to remember. They don't have to go on Ink Shadow units. It's not like Zon. You can put them on whoever. But yeah, just kind of trying to figure out my board. After checking the Exalteds, I saw that it could work out pretty well. Caitlyn getting Sniper with Senna, and then the Thresh can work fine. He isn't great, but a frontline unit, don't mind him, and he's solid, so fine with that. Hit the Senna, so Ink Shadow's looking good. Just out of the orb, so feeling good on that. I don't buy this Jax, mainly because I don't see myself, like, rolling for a Jax 3, like, I'm just not gonna do that, so once I get this gold out of this orb, well, unit 2 cost, so I sell it for gold. I still don't buy the Jax, I'd rather just take the 10 gold, get my first ink of interest. I don't like any of these augments. Sport Cash, I just didn't know how well it would play. Maybe that is the answer. Gifts from the Fallen didn't feel too great, mainly because Kais is planning to be my carry. She gets kind of like negative returns on those bonuses. I do take Prize Fighter, but I'm gonna be honest, I play Prize Fighter really weird here. Knowing that I don't have the other Ink Shadow unit, I do level for a better chance to, like, get Ink Shadow, but I'm basically gonna use Prize Fighter as, like, just a lost streak mechanic to start. Like, in reality, you're supposed to play Prize Fighter, get a good board early, just keep stacking items throughout the game. Like, that's probably the ideal way to play it. But, I mean, essentially, I'm down a gold augment right now, if I choose to lose streak. But that's beneficial if I am just gonna go lose streak, right? Like, from an econ perspective, being down that augment makes it a lot easier to lose. And then with Ink Shadow, I think Ink Shadow you can bank once you hit the units that you're gonna see a jump in value because I'm generating those one and then a second additional, like, special item for my units. So that is the one thing, like, if you're playing Prize Fighter and you're gonna do this weird lost streak to start, you need to be able to get a high spike in value mid-game. So with Ink Shadow too, because I'm gonna roll on 7, I'm gonna get that spike just from rolling on 7 if I make it there, and then having the 2 items. And from that point onward, I should just stack continually until the game ends, just getting new items, hopefully. At least that was my thought process. I understand it's very weird, and the likely reality is if I was in a lobby of 3 boxes, 3 Rayditz, and another good player, this probably doesn't work. But I mean, shit, homie, it does in this one, so yeah. Just pretty much lost streaking from here on out. Just kind of sitting around econing and until I get to 7 and roll down. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm just in a waiting lobby. I'm not going to slam any items. Both the losses not too bad so far. I do a weird thing here. No idea if it was the right answer or not, but I level. We'll see it here shortly. Oh no, that's later. I stand corrected. I saw the Amumu mainly because I played him on the previous round just to see if that small jump like helps me get a win. The earlier the wins, still the better. Mainly just to test to see how weak this board is if I'm not full lossing. But sell him to get to 20, play 2 Jaxes, planning to lose. The Sen is fine being next to the Kog'Maw. I don't think it makes too much of a difference in terms of power strength of how bad this board is between, you know. The Senna being next to him isn't gonna separate a win from loss. It's just gonna maybe hopefully save me a unit or two in like health loss. Maybe I kill an extra or something, who knows. But yeah, so still just econing bottom of the board, which I'm fine with for now. Give me the first pick. Nothing, you know, crazy I'm looking for. I mean, like, Ink Shadow is good. No specific items I have in mind, but Volbear with a bow is just great. The main way that I've been playing Kai'Sa so far is mainly just attack speed. Like, since Kai'Sa has like only 55% of her AD in her ability, like, I don't know what items I'm supposed to put on her. So it just feels like the best route is to get to those like 20 waves faster and, you know, apply some wound, burn, whatever you want to do. Like, that feels like the usual route. Get Tattoo of Toxin, which I think is great on Senna, since Senna's ability is going to hit multiple people, you know, put that Toxin on multiple units. What I don't realize in the moment is that I am doubling up on wound by creating red buff. Again, as I said, you know, Kai'Sa has those negative returns on the bonus to both AD and AP that Tattoo of Toxin gives you, so my plan isn't to put the Tattoo of Toxin on Kai'Sa, as crazy as that sounds. Like, it just feels better as like a wound spreader on Senna. And being this early, I'm not ruling out like Senna reroll, even though I'm planning to put that red buff on Kai'Sa. Yeah, also put both those items out just because I have been, you know, getting beat up. I felt comfortable that they weren't, that addition of items wasn't going to get me a win. You know, just still save me a little bit of HP. Because this board really is not much of anything. But we are at 30 gold. We get a nice Janna encounter that does absolutely jack. But it, you know, is what it is. It's PBE. Not everything's going to be in tip-top shape, but I am excited for, you know, main release in a little bit when it is. But yeah, I think this, sometime soon, we'll see the level up that I was talking about earlier. It's right here. Yeah. So, because I've been getting just walloped, I felt fine seeing it 30. Like, I'm not gonna get the extra gold from a win to get to 40, and I did not think that the addition of Warden here through Garen was gonna have a massive effect, but sadly got a matchup that just, he was weak. I don't really know what this guy was doing, to be quite honest. I think he's doing Yasuo reroll. Can't tell you, to be honest, if that's good or bad. I've done 0 Yasuo reroll. But regardless, doesn't look like he's in a good spot. Either way, I get the win, so now, to be honest with you, during the game, I'm freaking out. What am I going to do here? Streak's dead. Haven't found a Caitlyn, so, you know, this exalted path that I was looking at, it's not looking good. I do hit this Thresh here, which is nice. So, as long as I get the Caitlyn, you know, we can start stacking up some XP. Feels good, but yeah, still have to get that. Just still kind of sitting, because I still have 2 levels until I'm gonna roll. So that win is, in a real lobby, pretty catastrophic, because I kind of need that lost streak gold to get to 7 faster, and then roll faster and hit my spike and actually start winning and making use of my first augment. But Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. I did try my first time playing Volibear. I thought maybe he could be like,
In darkness, we find ourselves.
just like give him a Hodge and see if he can just attack his health back. Didn't really work out too well. I can't remember how I placed. I think I placed okay, but like the Volibear himself didn't do anything good. So yeah, much better as a tank. It's just the way his AP scaled felt like maybe it could work. And maybe I just didn't put the best combination of items on him, maybe it can work, but for now I'm playing him as a tank. Little stun gun tank. Yeah. Second Senna, so maybe if on the path to 7 I hit a couple Sennas, he becomes the carry. In which case that red buff is pretty bad, but at least it gets her to cast more. Yeah, doubling up on the wound isn't too good, and then I misplaced the belt there. It doesn't do anything because I put it too late. I thought about, do I try the win streak now? Ultimately, maybe the belt makes a difference, but in reality, losing is just better for me here. You know, like I'm not gonna be able to beat the top of the lobby yet. In terms of silver augments, I always love Silver Veil, but again, I'm recording this in this lobby. I'm gonna go for some gusto here, so I take branching out. Mainly because it just has the most wide. It has the highest variance. I'm just gonna take a chance on a high roll, see if I can make something weird happen. So I'll get that in one round, after a player combat, I think. Can't really remember. But yeah, I mean, it also, in my opinion, branching out of those has the chance to have the highest effect as a silver augment if I hit something big, weird, or wonky with the emblem. Obviously, Ink Shadow being the best, but I'm not betting on that. I'm just betting on getting something that can, you know, make this comp a little weird, give me, you know, maybe a little bit of a benefit with one of the other Exalted, something like that. And then as we see in this fight, you know, Volibear is a beast. Don't forget it. He's good. There's not much you can do, so we go win-loss, win, which, looking back, isn't the worst case, you know, like, the sooner I get my next item isn't really a bad thing. Saving the HP isn't really a bad thing. Especially, like, my plan is to take the Exalted. I don't think anybody else in this lobby was going for Exalted, so I do have, like, a form of Econ in the means of XP eventually when I get this Exalted. Still waiting on the Caitlyn, though, which, you know, sucks, doesn't feel good. Hit Sage on the branching out for silver. Makes the Diana better. It gives me an out if I don't hit this Caitlyn, but to be honest, I didn't really want to play Diana. She's just so strong at this point of the PBE, like, felt kind of cheap. But it does give me an out for the Caitlyn, which I don't hate, because I do want to hit at least 3 Exalted. Threw it on the Kog'Maw, Cho'Gath, I don't remember Slime's name down there, but threw it on him because I knew he wasn't going to be on this team for much longer. Wasn't really sure how long I'd keep the Garen around or anything like that. I knew I was going to be selling him one way or the other. Whether I hit the Caitlyn or not, I'm not keeping 2 Sniper in here for, you know, I'm not keeping that unit at least in here for the long term, so might as well just give him a little bit of HP. Playing box here, almost beat his 3-star Cho'Gath. But good loss, it's fine, but again, the win-loss. Doesn't feel great. Seeing that spat, you know, makes me regret not getting all those losses, because it would have been cool. But what are you gonna do? I just take the bow here, you know. Don't really know why. Rod may be better. I don't really know if like I said it before, I don't know how you should itemize Kai'Sa. Like, is it better for her to be that ramping attack speed? Probably, maybe. But here's the first high roll. Turns out that's all you need to beat challenger players, is just to high roll the lobby. Hit the Kaisa, so get to 5 Ink Shadow, get my next, you know, Ink Shadow Tattoo, Tattoo of Force, you know. Another weird one, because you want him to be switching targets for additional stun, you know, I don't really know who was best to put it on, so I put it on Volibear just because he's my big time tank right now, and I feel fine putting it on him. Still put the Toxin on Senna because her ability spreads more than Kai'Sa's. Put the red buff on Kaisa, so as long as they're targeting somewhat different units, you know, hopefully I'm not losing value on 2 wounds. But yeah, that's where we're at now. Have the lesser duplicate, so another loss. Doesn't concern me too much yet. I have some HP to utilize, and we're nearing the end of the round, so I'm just gonna save gold, get some econ until the next Wolves. Can't remember. Either way, hitting some good units here. But yeah, pretty much after the next creep round, level to 7, roll all my gold, and hopefully hit. That's basically my thinking at this point. I feel pretty content with the board. With the 7 roll down, like, I could probably hit the Caitlyn. I haven't been doing much scouting though, to be honest, so could be a problem. I reforged the thing just to, because I really didn't want to play Diana. Like, it felt cheap to play her, so I wanted to roll off it, but I still get Dragon Lord, so it's still Diana. So, hey, if you're watching this, don't blame me, blame the game. I tried to get off of Diana. I apologize. Sometimes I don't know, just have a cookie crumbles, my boy. But, yeah, just what I said before. Gonna get to 7, roll down after the creep round, hit, win streak out is mainly my plan. Just basically have to 3-star everything that I can, and then use the items that I build up to just further cement that 3-star power. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Obviously, I prefer to use the duplicator on Volibear. I sell that little sniper boy now, just because I know I'm not going to use him and I don't want him to... Yeah, it's Kog'Maw. I was right earlier. I just don't want him confusing me when I do my roll down. I know I want Volibear to be starred up to make my life easier. So, I don't know what exactly I'm checking for there. Kind of just wasting time on my rolls, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. But we get Volibear, get another one, get another Kaisa. So talk about some high rolling, and then that's the real high roll. Hit the very, very low chance of an Udyr at 7, and now I'm just kind of sitting pretty. Choose not to roll down just because I know having the Udyr is just a crazy bump up from the jacks. Not too threatened by the board I'm facing. I would rather just take a little bit of econ and then continue to roll down afterwards. See the next augment. All those things contributing to why I'm not rolling right now. 2-star Volibear is looking really good. Tattoo of Force, got a lot of resistance. Yeah, I mean, just having a Kaisa and an Udyr at 7, that's the main justification for me not rolling right now. Yeah, have the Exalted also help me, you know, get my XP after spending all my money on this roll down. Not sure what the right augment is here, essentially. I'm really struggling with the fact that I'm gonna have to itemize Udyr wrong, because to win streak right now I just put anything on Udyr, but they're not gonna be like best in slot, but it'll get me wins, and I need wins to get items. So thinking about it, I don't love or hate best friends. I don't think Martyr's any good here. Just doesn't really fit with what I'm doing. My team's tanky enough. in terms of HP, like the 9% health isn't helping my backline. I think Combat Custer helps my backline stay alive longer more than Martyr does. My frontline should stay alive, at least the ones that I care about. Put Bloodthirster on him just because, like, give him a little bit of Omni-Map. He's supposed to be a fighter. But yeah, definitely weird itemization. I understand that. 2 separate belts isn't great, but I'm banking on... I didn't want to make a Warmogs, to be honest. Not like I can make anything significantly better with belt, but with Udyr, maybe I just do something weird, put a Starax on him, who knows. But that's what we're dealing with. 6 Volibears, though, feels good. 2 Kaisas, feels good. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Ford has some power. Hit an Aatrox too, which is nice. Keep rolling. Another high roll. Like, I wasn't joking when I said all you need to do to beat Box was just high roll the hell out of your build. So there's Kaisa 2 at 7. Yeah. Listen, man. You at least give me the benefit of this, alright? I didn't go in there trying to be scummy, alright? I wasn't, you know, trying to snag units. I just went in, played my build, and happened to high roll the nuts out of my build. So, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm happy. But, yeah, finally doing a little bit of scouting, just making sure before I commit to a full roll down for Volibear that, like, there isn't any competition, really, for what I'm trying to do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Still double-checking Tattoo of Force, looking at Kaisa's, you know, scaling. Yeah, I said this earlier in the video, those are my 2 biggest flaws in this, is kind of the doubling up on Wound by making red buff and having Tattoo of Toxin, and then also forgetting that Tattoo of Toxin can go on non-Ink Shadow units. Not to say Tattoo of Toxin would have been any better on someone else, not Senna, but who knows. I definitely think I make the wrong decision here. I don't know why I took Chain. Like, yeah. This is honestly a major screw up. Like, I already have Burn. I don't know why I did that. I think I was just, like, frazzled, to be quite honest. So I made a Sunfire because I could. Like, I don't think you put Titans on Kaisa because she doesn't make full effort of the scaling. Like, I've seen people say you maybe put Titans on Aurelia. But yeah, Sunfire is not the right choice here. I don't know what I was thinking. There's really no excuse there. I think I just saw 5 cost, didn't know what to pick, so I just took the Moolah. I should be rolling, probably, but it's so close to the end of the round, and I've just been curb stomping other teams. I mean, let's be honest, I have a 2-star Kaisa. I don't really need to roll just yet. Like, 2 combats. I understand I had a 3 win streak, but I mean, just looking at how this match played out, like, I'm not in any rush to lose the tiny bit of extra econ before rolling down. Just feels like a smart move. I also, like, I have the lesser duplicator. I don't know. It is all strange. Hit another belt here, so I'm Warmogging Udyr. Thinking about it just because I know it's weird itemization, it doesn't work like that. But there's another Volibear. This is kind of the crazy just variance that Box mentioned. Like, in an actual ranked lobby, this would be infuriating. Like, those 6 free rerolls just got me my Volibear 3 because I have the duplicator. So, like, I mean, the benefit is they last until they're used, which, so, you know, if you're leveling up and want to use them later, that's fine, but this is such a major spike for me. It's also crazy that I didn't just dupe the Volibear now, but I still thought, I figured with 2 additional Threshes, 2 additional Aatroxes, maybe I just roll down and use it on someone else depending on what I hit. Like if I just hit the Volibear naturally, like this duplicator could have value elsewhere. But the reality is I just should have done it now, guaranteed the win streak. Luckily it doesn't matter for me. Do beat Box here. But yeah, that is certainly another screw up.
Darkness and light.
Well, not screw up, miscalculation. And then, you know, I said it before, I'll say it again, the way you beat Box is just by high rolling. So yeah, I'll take an Aurelia. Sure, thank you. Well, yeah, thanks. Oh, thank you so much. Especially 3-starring Volibear. Duelist is just gonna be good. She's another Exalted. I'm not gonna go 5 Exalted though. Like I'm not gonna find a Caitlyn. And even if I do, I don't think the 5 Exalted massively like helps me. I'm mainly using the Exalted just for like the econ mechanic. The bonus damage does help, but I'm not gonna force 5 Exalted. Finally realized now, yeah, just dupe the Volibear, level up, put in this Aurelia, that kind of just guaranteed my level up. Honestly should have put Tattoo of Toxin on Aurelia. Instead I put it on the Kaisa. I mean, I can understand why. You know, the Kaisa is 2-starred. I'm not even sure at this point that Aurelia stays. I do, in the game, I do understand Aurelia Sunders, but my hope is that Aurelia Sunder, she moves around, she's hitting everyone, so I'm hoping that, like, again, like, I'm not gonna double stack, right? Like, I'm guaranteeing that the target that Kaisa is attacking is getting sundered. That's my main worry there, and then Aurelia can just thunder the rest of the board, helps out some other supplementary stuff, you know? But yeah, not sure, I wasn't sure if Runes is any good on Kaisa or not. I mean, I don't know how many times you want me to say it. I don't know how I'm supposed to itemize Kaisa, just straight up. But to be honest with how this board's going, it doesn't really matter. Chief, it does not matter. I can remove the Jacks from this at this point. I'm not gonna get 7 Ink Shadow. Trying to figure out what I'm doing with the Dragon Lord. Can just keep it at 2, perfectly fine, but I am considering the Lee Sin, just because he's also a duelist, which, you know, then maybe I cut the Aurelia, play the Lee Sin, stay at like 8, you know, certainly valid, viable, but with 50 gold, like, 50 gold, I should go there. Luckily that is something I see, but I can't admit, like, weird trait-wise, because I'm going to be playing, if I do play the Lee Sin, I'm playing 3 Duelist, 4 Exalted, like, it's weird, but I'm not too worried about hitting that 4 Duelist. I don't think it matters too much. The additional Dragon Lord is nice. I mean, this team is living so long that I know that the Dragon Lord will be good for this. Thinking about the Rakan, just go Super Dragon Lord if I, you know, this game drags on and I have the gold for it. Another item, a weird one at that. I don't like. I'm like, who am I gonna Archangel's the Thresh? Like, that doesn't feel too good. It feels like Archangeling the Garen from current/last set. So yeah, I'm kind of struggling with that. Don't know where to put those items. I should be slamming them because I want to maintain the streak, but I really have just no idea what to do with them. And I don't want to, again, I don't want to itemize the Diana because it feels cheap. She's just overtuned. Very, very good. Cool unit though. I'm excited for, you know, at launch when everything's pretty, well, it's not going to be super balanced, but when it's more balanced at launch, I'm excited to play Diana because I think it's a pretty cool unit. I think a lot of the units in this set are pretty cool. Should be a fun set, but I mean, obviously, all the units are usually fun when the set starts. Streaks maintained though, feeling good, feeling spicy, feeling rowdy. Pick up this Galio because Bruiser could be another benefit. At this point, after the carousel, I do kind of have an inkling, like, I should just level. I'm not going to be rolling. I do see this Dragon Lord spat, so that would be my top pick first over the Udyr, just because I've already high rolled an Udyr once. I don't have expectations of doing it again. Dragon Lord does go, kind of surprised by it, but I'll take 2 Udyrs. I think I might have stole it from Box here. But yeah, so 2 Udyrs, pretty good consolation prize. I'm just selling the XP one by one just because it kind of annoys me to hoard it. I don't know, I'm weird. But yeah, just level up, put this Galileo in. Galileo. Yeah, here's a... I'm gonna put this star astronomist onto the field. Kind of weird, but I kind of like it, putting the Sterak's on Aurelia with Combat Caster and that additional shield when she drops in health. Like, she's just gonna live, and the longer that Aurelia lives, like, you should win. So it's weird, but I kind of really like that on Aurelia, just to give her some additional time on board. But yeah, my backline feels pretty safe with Combat Caster, and just the frontline beef that I have. Yeah, Volibear 3 just clearing the board. I do have a Kench 3 game that I have recorded. That'll probably be, you know, voicing over, uploading later, sometime soon. Kench 3 is just a monster. I understand this Volibear 3 is, like, not dying right now, but the Kench 3 was literally just soloing the board. He, like, led my team in both damage and just what he tanked it with. Kench 3 is probably taking a hit by the time this set comes out. Fully. But yeah, still trying to figure out what I'm doing with these items. Kind of really struggling. But since I have the next pre-browd round coming up, at this point I don't want to slam anything. I want to see what else I get before I do that. And, you know, kind of with the help, not the help, just the, I don't know. This board looks so good. Give me a break for not slamming, even though I probably should. I understand that. But, I mean, I'm tanking.
Heart is empty without empathy.
Rowdy. Buy this way, never gonna play him, but thin out the 5-star a little bit, you know, why not? Because even if I sell him and Diana, I'm not hitting 30. Get a sword here. I love Hex Tech. I said it before. Longer Aurelia lives, the better your chances of winning. It's just the way I view her. So, love Gunblade on her. And I just put the mana on Thresh just to... Earlier he cast, the longer my front line should live from that additional benefit. And then I'm rolling on the creep just because... Why not? I don't know. This game's gonna end soon. I don't think that additional econ is too important, but I kind of stopped because I don't know. Give me a break.
Told in word and deed.
Another Aurelia. Just call me High Roll or Herald. I'm just doing it all out here. And then I think that I'm gonna drop the Galileo. I buy the Lee Sin just so I'm like, well, if I hit the Lee Sin, I'm gonna play the Lee Sin instead. I hit the Lee Sin, so gonna drop Bruiser just for the additional Dragon Lord. Fine with that. Hit another Udyr. Hit Zaya and Rakan. They are a play, but to be honest, I shouldn't buy them. There's no way I'm getting to 10. Thief's Gloves for the Lee Sin, great. Doesn't even matter what it gets, just it's good stuff. But yeah, there's no shot I'm getting to 10. So buying this Zaya and Rakan here is dumb. Not super dumb though. I mean, I am gonna roll for the Aurelia, so thinning out the 5+ a little bit makes sense, but admittedly I shouldn't, you know, necessarily buy it, especially, you know, cuts off 1 gold from me, but this game is also gonna end so soon. It is what it is. No, it doesn't cut off the 1 gold for me, since I sold the Lee Sin, so take that back. But yeah, everybody point and say shame to me in the comments because I killed our Lord and Savior Box. Time for Dedge. But yeah, I mean, we've been seeing how strong this board is. It's pretty much a done deal. I should just clear this next matchup, and that's bingo bongo bango. So yeah, I do love Ink Shadow. I think Duelist also hasn't been getting enough love. It might just be that, you know, Volibear is just a beast. Because I mean that's a commonality between both Ink Shadow and Duelist. I think Duelists are pretty good. Haven't seen them play too much. Mythic, I think Mythic's tough because you're guaranteeing that early start. But I do have a Bard 3 reroll game. It's pretty fun. I really been wanting the Bard reroll to work out, but it hasn't. But either way, that's the game. Ink Shadow, definitely love it. Enjoyed being in Box's lobby, and thank you for watching.